Hello, my Capricorn friends. Welcome to your October 2018 love reading. This will be a general reading for love for the sign of October. There's also a general reading each week for Capricorn where I pull one card for love and then just whatever else is coming up, career, family, whatever, what have you. So if you haven't checked out that general reading for Capricorn, make sure you do that each week. But let's see what's happening for love here with Capricorn for October. And see what guidance is coming in. So I'm going to do one more shuffle here. Alright. This is really weird. I know it sounds really crazy, Capricorn. But as I'm shuffling your cards, I'm hearing like a trumpet sound. And it could be like symbolic of judgment. So maybe some of you are judging someone, making a decision about if you're going to be moving forward with them, or you may be judging certain past relationships and choices and decisions that you have made. And some of you are assuming some kind of life calling or life purpose, which is aligning you with a really high vibrational soulmate. But that was very interesting because I've never gotten like a trumpet sound in the beginning of a reading before. So that was kind of interesting. All right, Capricorn. So here you have at the heart and the center of it, 5 of Pentacles. And 5 of Pentacles, it could be hard times, but really what's making the times hard is that there's uncertainty. You may be feeling left out of the cold. So some of you may still be processing a relationship that ended, or some of you may feel like a current partner is maybe being a little bit frigid or locking you out or shutting you out in some way. Some of you have broken up with someone, a relationship has ended, and it's resulted with having to move or having to be displaced in some way. But the positive things about 5 of Pentacles is that through this struggle or through this uprooting or through this like being left out in the cold or having a hard time financially or whatever might be happening, you're beginning to discover who your friends are, your true friends. And some of you are finding like a loyal or loving partner in that process who's coming into your life at a time when maybe you don't have a whole lot to offer, but you're realizing and you're seeing that they're here for you. They're not here for what you're doing for them, or, you guys are sticking through these rough times together for some of you. But, 5 of Pentacles could definitely be feeling like left out in the cold and being on this journey and finding support or true friendship, true companionship along the way. The way that this is manifesting further in the month of October is Knight of Swords. So this could be moving forward. This could be making a decision. So maybe some of you is like you've already made this, or this has been going on and you don't know what to do. And some of you are like, look, I can't stand the fear of this. I can't stand the fear or the worry that I'm going to end up locked out in the cold or that I'm going to end up alone, and I would just rather move forward and stop waiting for things to happen. So some of you may be leaving or charging away from a relationship. Some of you may be confronting someone or being confronted. There may be some kind of argument. Some of you may be dealing with an air sign here or someone with air in their birth chart. Some of you may be dealing with someone who's being a little controlling or a little demanding, like they're taking the lead or they're taking the charge. Maybe some of you, you're in a very uncertain situation in your life and you're coming across a partner or dealing with a partner who's just really taking the lead, and they may mean well, but like it's just kind of like their way or the highway, or they seem to be very opinionated, or they seem to know everything and they seem to like know what's best for you, or at least they think that they do, right? So some of you may be experiencing tension in that way with this person. Your card here is also going to tell us what other factors are being worked out or worked on. And you have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the thing with Queen of Pentacles is that, it is typically having to do with business or with money. right? So for some of you, this could be like having to get your money in order or having to get your career goals in order. For some of you, you may be dealing or interacting or working with somebody at work. Maybe some of you are having to keep a professional relationship and keep a balance with somebody who you might be dating through work. Or maybe some of you broke up with someone that you work with and you're having to keep a balance of being there. For some of you guys, I'm going to be straight out, flat out honest. You have to be careful because I feel for some of you, Five of Pentacles can also be a card about like losing a job or jumping into like this unemployment, self-employment in a way, but maybe you're jumping into self-employment at a time that's not the best time to do so, so it might be difficult and you may struggle. So maybe what Queen of Pentacles is saying is, you know, whatever is happening in your love life right now, you need to try to stay focused on work, and you need to try to like be on your best behavior at work. Maybe some of you have been inappropriate or a little too playful in some ways with you know, people at work, and maybe some people are feeling like you have said sexually suggestive things or inappropriate things or things that made them feel uncomfortable, and you may be kind of risking your job as a result. So you want to be careful. For some of you, there's something here happening with that, especially those of you who see work as a place to meet people. There's two kinds of people. There's people who just like want to go to work, want to do their work, want to get their paycheck, want to go home, want to be left alone. They're not there to win a popularity contest. They're not there to be liked. They're just there to pay the bills. And then there's people that go to work and they want to network and they want to talk to people and they want to go out to lunch and they want to make friends and they want to, like, you know, have relationships outside of work. And you know, if that's the case, you're having to be very cautious in your interactions with others. Another way in which Queen of Pentacles applies here is Queen of Pentacles for me is always really associated with the home and making the home beautiful and making the home comfortable. So for those of you who are trying to have a happy love life, or those of you really what's happening is you have felt out in the cold for a long time, or you have felt that life has been very displacing, like maybe you've never really felt a sense of home, or you've never really felt like a solid partner, or like you've ever had an equal that have your back. So in order to create that, maybe like a lot of you have been searching in another person, like, oh, I can't wait to find my person because then I'm finally gonna feel at home, then I'm finally gonna know where I belong. But what Queen of Pentacles is saying is that to have your person, you must first create the home. Okay? And I know sometimes it's not that easy. I'm not saying that like you have to go out and you have to make a ton of money and you have to, like, you know, get your own place and pay rent all by yourself, because maybe, let's face it, maybe sometimes people can't do that. That doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be loved, and that doesn't mean that you're not gonna find your person. And I'm not saying that you got to go out and like buy a house and like, you know, like make a home ready in that way. If you can, awesome, go for it. You know, it's not gonna hurt. But if you can't, if you still need a roommate, or if you're living with family, you can still call in your life partner. You can still call in the person that you're gonna make a home with. But you have to make a sense of home within yourself. And whatever your space is, if it's a bedroom, if it's a studio, if it's just, you know, even if you're sharing a room with someone, you got to carve out some little space which is yours, which you feel at home and you feel rooted. And it's surrounded by things that are beautiful to you, that feel good to you. You don't have to spend a ton of money, okay? It's not about that. But you have to create this sense of home in order to be in that vibration of where you're calling in the person with whom you're going to create a home with. Those of you who are in a marriage or living with someone and maybe things have been rocky, or even if they've been okay but they could be better, you're being encouraged to really focus on creating more of a sense of home and more of a sense of warmth wherever you are, wherever you're living, like creating more of that sense of sanctuary, home, comfort, and that's going to help the relationship. So this next card is also saying what assistance might be coming in to help you, and this is Knight of Pentacles. For some of you, this could be a person who's giving you really awesome, super stellar advice. and this could be an earth sign. Now, Capricorn, you're an earth sign, so it could even be you. It could be you honoring your commitments. It could just be you being responsible and being focused, because Knight of Pentacles is about, honoring your commitments, sticking to it, not giving up, being steady, concentrating, focusing, and making slow but steady and continuous progress. It's also having to do with finances here, or career. So as you're, focusing on your career and you're being in that responsible energy, you are most probably creating more of that energy within an existing partner, or if you're single, you are calling in people of that energy who have that stable energy. So those of you who are wanting something long term, where like maybe it's just been feeling very up in the air for a long time, the more stable you are within yourself, the more you're creating or calling in or manifesting that kind of stable relationship for yourself. Your outcome card here, Capricorn, is Nine of Swords. So what's happening, and I know exactly what's happening. You might be like, man, like, wow, why am I getting hit bam with like such a scary looking card when all these other cards seem to be positive? I will tell you exactly why. This card is telling me that as you're like in this energy and in this energy, you're starting to really make a lot of progress in your life. Some of you may be establishing or creating some kind of new home for yourself in October. You may be doing really well. You may be like, kind of on this upswing, but then the negative ego is coming in and saying, oh man, what if this all messes up? What if this doesn't work out? What if I screw this up? What if like I made a mistake in some way, or I'm happy now, but how long am I going to be happy? Is this going to run out for me? And so Nine of Swords is about a lot of worry, sleepless nights, anxiety, and the negative ego will do that to us when we're on this threshold of progress and we're finally getting somewhere. The negative ego will creep up and start scaring the crap out of us and telling us that it can't last. So I think the next hurdle for you all, after you've created your sense of home, is being able to maintain your sense of peace, being able to maintain your belief in yourself, but more important than anything else, establishing a relationship with your higher self. I was going to say with the Creator, and I that's what I will call God. I will call God the Creator. But some people have different terminologies that they want to use, right? Whatever your belief is spiritually, you need to connect with that belief, because when Nine of Swords comes up, the only solution here is that you're going to have to take whatever steps you can take to be proactive and be prepared for whatever you're worried about, right? For example, you may be really worried about, if you are making some move into a new home situation or a new apartment or new room you're renting or whatever, you may be worried about like paying bills. Okay, well, did you sit down and did you budget? Did you sit down and plan how much money is coming in? Did you figure out what maybe you can cut out? Or if you're dating a new person and you're kind of like worried about what might go wrong, have you looked at anything that you can do to help that outcome? And then take steps. And then outside of that, whatever you can't control, you have to surrender. You've got to give that to your higher power. You've got to give that to your spiritual being to help you, or to be there on the ready to help you should that happen. And in the meantime, you've got to put those worries aside and tell yourself, you know what? That might be a possible scary thing that might happen, but it might not happen at all. So I'm not going to give it any more thought. I'm not going to give it any more of my mental focus or attention. I'll cross that bridge if I get to it, if it happens. So that's the only way to really deal with Nine of Swords. That's how you're going to want to deal with it. So a lot of you are making some really big progress. Some of you may even start dating a new person in October, and you're like, holy smokes, I think this is the person for me. Or, some of you may be reconciling with a partner in October, and then the fear is coming in that what if it doesn't work out? What if it doesn't work out? And like I said, you're going to have to take the steps that you can take to kind of try to ensure a good outcome for you. And whatever you can't control, whatever you can't make happen, you're going to have to surrender. to your higher power. So I hope that helps, guys. Be sure to check out your moon sign, your rising sign. That might add more layers of information for you. Check out the reading for the week, whatever week you happen to be watching this October love reading, because every week in the weekly readings I pull a love card along with the general stuff. And check out Amethyst Angel at Facebook and Instagram. I do a free card there every day. I do a free pick a card there every single day. Or guys, you may just need a personal reading, and I'm more than happy to give you a personal reading. Check out the description. All of the there's all of the list of the readings I offer and the prices and how to get in touch with me. And I try to provide all kinds of affordable readings. So let me know. More than happy to read for you guys privately, and I hope that you won't be strangers. I hope that you'll subscribe and hit notifications so you get notices when the new videos are up. Also check out the pick a card readings. Been getting a lot of positive feedback on those. Some people have been saying that the pick a card readings are really resonating, and I'll be doing another one in a couple of days. So if you're subscribed and hit notification, you'll get a notice when the pick a card reading is up in a couple of days. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a fabulous October, Capricorn. I think October is going to be a big month for you in terms of clearing old blocks and really making some progress moving forward here. So just remember to stay out of that negative ego as much as possible, and to have faith in yourself and to have faith in your higher power. And I think a lot of you are going to be taking some really, really big positive steps towards the love that you deserve. Take care.